Welcome back, humans. Well, I'm back with another vent session, and I'm glad y'all can join me. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you guys don't miss an episode. And man, oh man, like I said, there's just so many things to vent about. And I don't even know where to start. I kind of do know where to start, because this is Memorial Day weekend. You know what I'm saying? And I heard some things that I felt like they were just disrespectful. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. No, I'm just kidding. But some of these people that were like educated, these kids were like, they went to a university and they were, some of these kids were like talking about canceling Memorial Day. Like this cancel culture was talking about canceling Memorial Day. And I don't agree with that at all. And I know you don't agree with that at all because that's messed up. All these highly educated, smart dumbasses. Y'all smart dummies. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got to let you just hear this yourselves. You got to hear this for yourselves. Just listen to this.
And I don't think Memorial Day should be a thing that we celebrate personally.
Okay, why not?
I feel like it's a celebration of U.S. imperialism and colonialism.
I think it represents a lot of negative aspects of America and highlights something that, people shouldn't necessarily be proud of.
Do you know why we celebrate Memorial Day?
I know it's like veterans. Yeah.
Do you know why we celebrate Memorial Day?
Not really, no.
To be honest, not really.
I didn't really think of it in this way until I got to college and I took women's and gender studies classes and that put me on this path where I'm like, yeah, like the U.S.
Oh man, that's
Ooh, sorry about that. I bumped the microphone there a little bit. But yeah. Okay, so that's what got me all a little pissed off, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think. Wow. Okay, this is just crazy, man. This is Memorial Day. You know what I'm saying? And this is what some of these people didn't even know what it was, and these guys are like at a very high academic school. You know what I'm saying? Georgetown, University of Georgetown, the Hoyas. And these people talking about canceling Memorial Day. It seems like they really don't know what it's about. In my opinion, I don't think they really know what it's about. A lot of people don't know what it's about, but it's okay. We still support it, because it's something that even if you don't know, you just stay away or you just support it because it's got some deep meaning. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, like for those, I saw somebody posted it today, a veteran and a person who served our country, and I thank you for all your services, everybody out there, and and remember for all those fallen soldiers out there, for this Memorial Day. Cheers to everybody out there. And to all the families, bless you and send blessings to all the fams, and cheers to all the fams on this Memorial Day. To all the military families. Anyways, I saw a man share this, and I thought it was really great. He said, just for some of the people that don't know shit. This is for some of the people that don't know shit. Especially like these people here trying to cancel Memorial Day. These are some of the people that don't know shit. I know a lot of people know shit, but these people didn't. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know shit. And so they said, I'm glad they shared this, because they said Armed Forces Day is for those that are still in uniform. And they said Veterans Day is for those that hung up their uniforms. And Memorial Day is for those who never got a chance to take off their uniform. So there's a little knowledge for y'all before you go try and cancel a damn holiday. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, so you know what I'm saying? Like I can't even get out of it. It's just messed up the way people just are I don't even know anymore, man. It's like I said, highly educated but still dumb at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, smart dumbasses. You know what I mean? And I'm not claiming to be no genius by no means, but I'm just saying, like, damn, man. Like, oh my goodness, everything's getting so biased as far as like you can't say anything anymore. Like you can't say nothing no more about any kind of history. Like we got to change history because people are just so sensitive. Everybody's fucking wet tissue right now, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I can't. It's so messed up, man. Like I said. But anyways, let me get on with this. I'm gonna get on a little bit of different subject right now because that one, like I said, it got me a little angry, and I was like, I just had to get on it and get it out of the way because it just the ignorance was bananas. You know what I'm saying? It was just bananas. But anyways, let me get on to this thing, a serious subject. I mean, I might go a little bit on a. It's gonna start off a little serious, and then I might take a little spin. Who knows? We'll see what happens. I'll try to keep it serious as I can, but sometimes I can't help myself. You know what I'm saying? But this is about depression, and I know depression is a serious subject. And I was reading up on some subject, and I've seen some people doing some different, new like alternative type of treatments, and some of them are being more accepted, and some of them been deeply studied and practiced with, and now they're starting to make them legal and things like that. And one of them that I want to talk about is the magic, what people know as magic mushrooms, or they say the psilocybin mushroom, if I'm pronouncing that right. The psilocybin mushroom. So they've been using these now for more medical uses. They're using it in depression. They're even using drugs such as ecstasy, which is wild. But I'm going to stick with this mushroom thing for right now. And it's really wild. I mean, I guess it's having really good results. I mean, they did a really good test with like 60 people. I think it was like 59 or 60 people. I forget. Maybe it wasn't 60, but it was in the upper 50s. I want to say 59 or something like that. So they gave people like a micro dose of the psilocybin mushrooms that were, that volunteered for this this experiment, and they gave like 25 of them the psilocybin, and then they gave like the other people like a placebo, and they were making them think that this was happening, and the ones that were getting the placebo, were having their same episodes, going through the same crazy things, having their same anxieties and going through their depressions. And so yeah, that was what was happening, you know what I mean? And oops, my bad there. So that's what was happening at the same, during these episodes. And so the other people that were getting treated with the mushrooms weren't having these episodes at all. They were having a lot of improvements. And so they started doing these, and started conducting a little more, getting more research, and started seeing that it was really effective. And not only that, they were using it for people, some certain cancer patients. They were using it in a lot of other things. People in hospice, and things like that. And it was they're showing like really great results, and it's really interesting, because in my younger days we used it just to party with, And had we known, the other benefits of it, we were using it to have fun with. And I guess, in these micro doses, it's really helpful for people suffering from depression, And depression's a big, serious thing going around. I send, cheers to people out there. I hope you guys are, getting your treatments and doing what you got to do to get through. And, it's a big deal. And I'm glad that they're seeing things like, taking alternatives other than just, pushing type of chemicals like they want to do. Like the big farm companies, just want to be involved in all these things when there's probably a lot of natural things out there that can help us out. There's probably a lot of natural things that we could be using, instead of like, just going to chemicals and synthetic drugs to just like, pump chemicals and mess your brain all up, So I'm really, it's really wild. Like I said, there's some crazy experiences that in my younger days, and a lot of people I'm sure can say their same thing, having some crazy times with those things, and I could tell you one time, man, a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? I might have said this before. Like we convinced this person, on those things. It was, not even in their own house. Those things can mess with you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was like I said. We didn't know those things at the time. We were using them, because we thought they were expanding our mind. And at the time, they probably were. But maybe we just should have microdosed instead of, too much dosed and, got the crazy, other effects of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure other people have too. You know what I mean? Like I said. A lot of things like that, that were looked down upon are now starting to, a lot more research is coming out. And it's really interesting because you never think that like the big farm companies will let something like this come out, because it seems like they always want to, grasp a hold of things and, just give you pills and pills and pills. So it's interesting to me. Like I thought it was great and I wanted to share that, you know what I mean? And it was weird. It was just weird stuff, and it's interesting to me. Like I said, things we used to party with, are starting to save people, could be saving people's lives, and that's just wild to think about. What do you think about it? Just and I don't know if you guys saw this on the news, but they're calling her the Boo Boo Karen, and apparently this lady went through a restricted area in an airport, and she got fucking gripped up by the police. Or the airport security, not the police. I wonder if the police got her afterwards. Um, but anyways, they grabbed her up and she got tackled. Let me see if I can get my speaker close here so I don't have to smash the mic again. But she apparently she went through a restricted area and the police gripped her up. I don't know if they got her in a chokehold. She's exaggerating and say they got her in a chokehold. Okay, so I don't know if they really got her in a chokehold, but she's claiming they got her in a chokehold. We're going to have to find out. I got a little bit of the audio right here. And I thought it was great. This lady fucking, you went in a place you're not supposed to, first of all. And right now, we're going through some crazy times as it is. But police are getting a bad rap. Security's getting a bad rap. They're looking for it's almost like they're looking for a reason, to cause some havoc. I'm not saying on purpose, but things are just going crazy, right? Things are just like extra sensitive right now. That's why I feel like they're trying to make it like that movie Demolition Man. Like we ain't gonna nobody can just touch nobody, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, here's a little reaction to this lady. And I thought it was great, man, because she went and the people in the background, I guess, knew she fucked up. They all saw her go in a place you ain't supposed to go, and she's trying to act like they're supposed to have her back because of this. Because the police grabbed her up.
You run through the door when you weren't supposed to. He choked me to the ground.
Now you heard that person in the background. I don't know how good it picked up. He's like, I saw you run through the place you weren't supposed to be. And then she's like, he choked me to the ground. And she's just looking for somebody to help her and be some kind of sympathy and, give her some kind of help or some backup. But it ain't happening. She said, I'm a female in a dress. And my man's in the background is like, boo-hoo. That was so great. I enjoyed that, man. Oh, my gosh. I'm sure you guys all seen this. If not, you guys got to look it up. So this woman, I guess she went, like I said, in the place you ain't supposed to be. Security gripped her up. And she was looking to make a big scene and try to maybe get people to trip out on the law enforcement again. And first it was security, and then it looks like when you see the clip here, it does look like police got involved. And she was like, I'm a woman in a dress. Like that made a difference of you that, now, because you got a dress on, you're allowed to fucking break the law. You have a dress on, now you can go through the place you ain't supposed to. That's not how it works. And no matter what you're wearing. Even if it was a dude in a dress, you still can't cross when you're supposed to. He would have got choked up too. And the guy in the background says, boo-hoo. It was like the most enthusiastic. It was like perfect. It sounded like a Simpson character or something. He was just like, boo-hoo. It just came out the background in like the most perfect time. That was great. I think we need more of that stuff because then people will see that happening more on the internet, and then they won't be so reluctant to go make a scene unless you definitely have like a valid point to go make a scene. If you ain't got nothing, you ain't got no water to, cup full of water. You know what I'm saying? You ain't holding no water. You know what I'm saying? Or, a pot to piss in your argument. You know what I'm saying? Don't make the scene. If you're going to try to reach and you're reaching for something and there ain't nothing there, but you're going to try to get, make the scene happen, make this drama, it better be something that people are going to believe. Otherwise, this is going to be you. They're going to get somebody in the background like, whatever, shut up. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, boo. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get booed on your like protest. Your protest gets booed. That means you failed on your protest. You got to make another choice if your protest gets booed. That's crazy because you got the right to protest or whatever. Right? And it just sucks if you just started one and nobody gave a shit about. Hell no, we won't go. You know what I'm saying? Because the bathroom, use a different type of, one-ply toilet paper. Fuck that shit. You got to wrap up, got to get 16 pieces and it's like one square at a time. And then nobody gave a shit. They're just walking by you. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, come on, who's with me? And you're just by yourself. Like, that would just suck having one of those stand-up moments and just nobody helps you. It would be just like crickets out there. Just be like, let's go, people. Who's with me? And just be like, nothing but crickets. You know what I'm saying? You're sitting there all alone. And then I guess you're going to just walk it off with your head down, kicking some dust or something. And then you walk, and then it's going to be even tougher when you got to throw the sign away, or you're going to keep it and take it all the way home and try another time. Try another protest time. You know what I'm saying? Or if it was expensive material, keep it for another time. You could recover it. Or you're going to get all that sadder moment when you just got to toss it in the dumpster on the way to your car or whatever, or your bike. You know what I'm saying? Or your 10-speed, who knows? You know, it would just be crazy, man. If you just had to start something, you had a minute, you know, you were ready, and it failed, and it failed miserably. That's why I think if you got to study up on your protest, you know, if you're going to protest, you better have your game up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, you know, before they put those SJW titles on themselves, you know, they do the homework and get all the information off the internet they can. You know, get all the Wikipedias they can get out. You know what I'm saying? Before they go out there and start making those claims. So I suggest you do the same thing before you go and start a protest, or you just be solo. You know, I'm a woman in a dress. Boo-hoo. That's all you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? That'd be just so crazy. All right. So I started a debate, and I was at work, and I thought I would share this one, and it was a couple of friends of mine, and we were talking about some things, and so it got us talking, and it gets to see what people's other opinions are about music. It says, is music, in your opinion, is it getting better or worse with time? And so that's what we were talking about. And a lot of people were saying, oh, it's getting way worse. Some of the guys that were older than me, and I'm an older gentleman myself, and they were older than I am, saying, you know, the older music was way better than this stuff. You know, maybe this because they don't like into the new stuff. And then a person like myself thinking, I don't know where I'm at right now. I kind of didn't like some of the things at first. There was a phase back, you know, a couple years ago where it was just way too mumbly stuff that was just trashy. And some guys are starting to come up and, you know, starting to be a little better, more lyrical, and it's getting a little better. It seems like it's getting a little bit back more of an upswing. And so I don't know. I would say that music probably is getting better, only just even if I don't enjoy some of the newer music that's coming out. I would say it is getting better. Everything's changing and evolving. So I think it is kind of getting better in a sense. I think the technology is going crazy right now, and it is taking. I feel like some of the technology is taking a lot of the work that some of the old style music was being made. You know what I'm saying? From the auto tune, you know, which was used by like a music box, you know, the tube, and you know all that kind of stuff, all that cool shit, to like some of the, you know, keyboard playing, and to some of the things where you can buy, you know, get loops pre-made, and you know all these kind of things that people just, you know, actually had to make. You know, and some of the choruses you'd have to sing and back up your own vocals, and now you can just hit, you know, double that shit, you know, duplicate it. You know what I'm saying? Chorus. You know, you can add some shit to it. You know what I'm saying? And make it all craziness with the technology. You know. So in a sense, I think it's getting better, but and then there's like the old school part where you feel like hopefully they keep little aspects and little pieces or maybe little chunks of the old school style of music. With the evolution of it, you know what I'm saying? But I do think it's getting better. It's getting way different. It's getting way diverse. There's a lot of new different sounds out there. Like I've been listening to the radio and listening to some other stations, and then going to like the streaming services, you know, like the Pandoras and Spotify's and all that. And you know some of these new artists, you know, there's just a lot of diversity. You know, it's like it's starting to get more diverse. It's like where for, like I said a couple years ago, it was a little bit of people, just a big mosh pit of everybody sounding the same. And so now I feel like there's a lot more unique and more people coming out, like I said, just real unique, which I like. You know, I like the unique stuff. I like, and they're using like a modern touch with an old school feel. You know, I can hear some of these new bands coming out with this old school kind of feel to them, but they got this modern sound, and it's like really, really neat the way they're mashing it together, and it's making this really cool sound that some people might not like. Some people will like it. You know what I mean? But to me, like I said, I kind of feel like it is going better, even if it's not even just the rock music, like even genres of music. I just feel like they're all getting better for the better right now because I felt like it was in a little rut. Like I felt like it was in a rut. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there was, you know, all the rock bands were always like sad, and they weren't talking about chicks anymore and like hot women. Like it wasn't like no Motley Crue type bands. And now these bands are starting to get back, swinging up some type things. There's some good blues coming out, like a little bit of more hip hop coming out, a little bit of different kind of pop. That's kind of the pop even is kind of like doing like some crossover shit where it almost sounds like some rock. It almost sounds like more hip hop. So it's kind of getting more of a fan base. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people think it's getting worse. In my opinion, I do think it's getting better, even though I don't like all of the stuff that's coming out. I just kind of think it's cool because I'm seeing a lot more variety. Like I'm seeing more different types, and I think that's what's really neat. And that's what made music good. So I think it's a good sign that music's in the right direction, in my opinion. Because like I said, we need more of that diversity and variety. Not the same kind of sounding people, because then the music isn't gonna get any better. It's just gonna be a bunch of the same shit and be all monotone for like a long time. So I like that. Like I said, I feel like it's heading in a new direction, and I like it. I really enjoy it. But what do you guys say? You guys can leave your opinions in the comments if you want. And like I said, I got another debate. This one was kind of good. This was another good one. So I got a question for you guys. You guys can also answer this and put your opinions in the comments on this one. Are books better than movies? And I already know right away somebody's, everyone's going to be like, yes, 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 all the way, yes. But not all of them. I don't agree that all the books are better than some of the movies. And then I think it's also upon the person you ask. Most people right now, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're a reader, I think you go books. And I think if you're a movie buff, I guess you go movies, you think movies, or if you do both, if you do both, I don't know where you stand if you do both, if you enjoyed if you enjoy the interpretation, the way they push it across, or if you're like, oh, they left out some gory details and, yada, yada. Myself, I kind of think books got the edge, as far as like some of the detail and some of the angles of some of the stories. And then I feel like the movies are awesome as well because I love movies. I'm also a movie guy. I'm a big movie buff. I love watching, I love motion pictures, films, short films, animated. Like, if it's good, I'm going to probably check it out, sometime or another, So anyways, and I also, I'll read sometimes like that. And sometimes a movie that I'll watch that's based off a novel or based off a series or something like that will make me go and start reading into some of that, reading all that stuff. So, and that was because of the movie, so I kind of give credit to, I feel like they both can kind of pull both ways. And I understand, like, when a movie comes out, they're not as, maybe, oh, man, I can't believe they left this out, or I can't believe they did this. Maybe they have, got the time frame, or maybe you got, some things people didn't understand, or, there's just a lot of things going on where when it comes to motion pictures, you got to keep a story flowing, and you got to understand why they got to do that stuff, as much as it might, kind of bump some people out. Even like when those comic book movies come out, like all the Avengers, the Iron Mans, the Captain Americas, all that stuff, the Spider-Mans, some of the people were like, love the movies. And then some of the diehard comic fans were like, oh, you didn't do this and this, and some of the guys were like, oh, this was tremendous. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that would be another way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So I could see, where the movies, like I said, where I think it'd be kind of almost 50-50 in my opinion. Because like right now the technology is getting amazing and some of the CGI can't make even a shitty book a better movie. You know what I mean? Like something can't make the Green Lantern movie any better than what it was. The Green Lantern was really bad. It was a little too much. And to me, like Aquaman was just as bad. And I know everybody's like, oh, Jason Momoa. You know what I'm saying? The movie was bad still. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of too much CGI. It was like way too much CGI. And there's movies that you're like, all day it's got CGI. I know this. But they do it in a better way. Like, they do it more realistically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't even tell when they was underwater. Because, like, they could talk normal. And their hair might just be moving funny. But you know what I'm saying? It was just kind of, there was some cheesy shit. And then Green Lantern was just all the way kind of cheesy. And I felt bad for Ryan Reynolds. He even knew it. That's why he made those rips in Deadpool. When he was like, don't make my suit green or animated. Like, he knew that movie was bad. But, you know, you got to take your chances when you're trying to get into Hollywood as far as that goes. As far as that goes. But I don't know what you guys think, guys. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you guys feel like it. Or you can let me know on my Instagram at TheRealHeim1. You know, you guys can follow me at TheRealHeim1. I'm always posting trailers on there. I'm always letting you guys know when episodes are coming out. You know, different things like that. And a bunch of silly things going on. I'm usually posting a lot on there. So you guys can check that out if you want. And Ment Event also on Facebook. And let's continue. So like I said, I don't know what you guys' opinions are. But like I said, I kind of think it's a 50-50 nowadays. But I would say like in the 90s and like early, I would say before 2004, the books had the edge big time. But now I think kind of some of these directors are going really awesome with some of these movies. Some of these directors are doing like crazy awesome jobs with, you know, they're given like a little more freedom, you know, and some of these guys, you know, grew up watching some of the things they're working on or, you know, grew up reading this and that. And they're getting just better, in my opinion. I just think they're getting way better. That's why I think the scale's a little more even on that topic. But like I said, you guys can let me know what you think. And, man, oh man, you know, let's get on with some venting. Let's get on with events. So, like I said, recently we moved into a new home. We're renovating, doing a lot of things like that, doing some little projects here and there, trying to make it, you know, get things, you know, finished up and tightened up and, you know, trying to make it, you know, make it the home we want it to be, you know. And so sometimes, you know, you want to save some money and, you know, a lot of times you can go look for some furniture, used furniture or, you know, used appliances and things like that where you want to, you know, save a little money. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody's been there. So we do that. We go look around. We're looking for some deals. But I kind of think like my opinion has changed on some of these used furniture things. You know what I'm saying? And if there's somebody out there with some used furniture, you know, it's not all used furniture. It's just certain types. You know, I mean, certain types. So I look around on I go down these rabbit holes on, you know, videos on YouTube and, you know, you see those videos where they're like, you know, you should do this before you go to a yard sale or you should do this before you go to a pawn shop or, you know, you should do this before you go buy this and look for this when you're buying certain type of items. So I was looking at, you know, what to look for when you're buying used furniture. Because, I mean, something can look phenomenal. You bring it home and it's fucking sinks down or it's cracked or, you know, while you're there, it's sitting all nice and comfy. And then when you get it home for some reason, just the comfort just disappeared. You know, like, oh, we'll help you load it on the couch. And that's when they took all the stuffing out the bottom that they, you know, propped it up for the sale with. It was like milk crates underneath. You know what I'm saying? And you went home with the fucking saggy couch. You know what I'm saying? Or you took home a couch full of fucking the bed bugs. Yes, humans. Bed bugs. No, I didn't bring one home, but they were like, no, this video was like, you could bring a fucking couch home and shit could have bed bugs. So right off the bat, we're paranoid right off the bat. Once my wife hears about it, she's like, what? Rewind that. You know what I'm saying? So we rewind it. And yes, he's like, look out for bed bugs when you're buying like couches, like fabric furniture. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, because we was like, this couch is beautiful. This one's nice. This is a great deal. And now we could buy this thing, bring it to our home, and then bring more home than we wanted. You know, we were sitting here watching a movie, eating some popcorn, and watching some movies and shit. And then somebody like, you know, we started itching and shit, like what the fuck going on? And we wake up looking like we had chicken pox and shit. We brought some fucking bed bugs home. We brought the BBs home. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to bring the BBs home. Nobody want no BBs. You know, you want to avoid those BBs. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you bought it from somebody else's house. So in this video, they were like, oh, you can bring an electric blanket You know what I'm saying? And you might offend the homeowner. No shit, you're going to offend the homeowner. Like, look, can I plug this in? Like, what is it? It's an electric blanket. What for? I'm looking for temperature, the way your fabric can handle the temperature change. You're trying to make some stupid excuse up. Or, I'd like to pre-warm the chair before I sit in it. Or something like that. But I guess he said you could bring an electric blanket or like those little hand warmers. And while you got them hand warmers going, you could throw them on a couch, and I guess the bed bugs will come to the attracted heat because your body heat, brings them up and let them know it's time to eat. So I'm like, oh my God. So like you would totally offend me or something if I was selling a couch, a fabric couch full of bed bugs anyway. You would already know you already had it anyways because if you had bed bugs in your house. You'd be sitting there seeing people, you got them if you got them. So I'm just saying like, oh, can I plug this in? They'd be all the way like, why? You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Somebody already bought it. You know what I'm saying? It's just sold already. You get out. You're probably going to already kick them out. They're going to already be offended because you done ripped on the BB couch, and the bedbug couch. The bedbug couch you're going to buy. You got to avoid that, man. You got to watch it on their fabric stuff. And I guess you got to take it the way you got to take it. If you want to make that sale, you got to take it if you're offended or not offended. You know what I'm saying? People got to bring the blankets or that hand warmer, and they got to look for it. Bed bugs. Also, they say you can bring home a mouse nest. Yes, humans, mouse nest. You can bring that shit home. Yeah, so let's say like, the mom and dad or the mom mouse, the mom who just had like 90 babies, you know what I'm saying? Got a nest in the couch and you're loading the couch up and she gets scared and jets out. Shit, squeak, boom, she's out, right? And then you took like at least 10 of the babies home. They say those things can mate like less than a month or like when they're a month old or some shit. They can already start mating and making babies. Excuse me. And you just brought a mouse, incubating machine home. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. You just brought home, it's be like popping out like mogwais and shit, like little baby fucking mogwais and gremlins. And you brought them home the whole time. By the time you get home on the couch, you don't know how old they are. And they're probably already fucking starting to bang on the way to your house. And then when you get there, those fucking mouse turn into fucking all kinds. You just brought them home. That was the other thing. So it was bed bugs, that, and semen. Semen! Yeah. They said you're going to bring... Now, that one I would have been like, oh, my God, come on, man, really? You're going to somebody's going to bring a blue light. Like, you're going to bring a blue light, a heat blanket, or a fucking heating pad, or a fucking hand warmer, or some kind of blue light or black light, whatever that light is, ultraviolet light, to your yard sale. Or to the sale, like if you found it on like Marketplace, or you found it on like on a different type of sale, the Craigslist. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to bring these lights to the furniture people. They'll be looking at you like, oh, shit. They're going to see what happens Saturday. That was a crazy night, wasn't it? That's probably when they would walk upstairs. Yeah, you can plug it in, and they'll just be, I'll be right back. Because they already know. That's another thing they said to look for the chair was semen. So we're going to buy the chair and bring it home and just ultraviolet light it, all over the place. And just see all these crazy, mysterious splatters everywhere. Like, what was that? What was that? And what was that? And then where the seat was, like, what was all that? You know what I mean? Or are you going to do it at the house before you buy the shit and just risk offending them? If it's me, I'm going to risk offending y'all. I'm buying the fucking ultraviolet light. I'm bringing the fucking hand warmers just in case you were going to say, oh, I don't got a good electricity in this room and I don't want to blow a fuse. You're going to give me that kind of excuse because that chair's going to pop out some BBs. The BB's going to be popping out like, what's going on? We're coming home with you. You know what I'm saying? But the fuck y'all up, Nah, I'm going to be pre-checking that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like solid like leather furniture or something like that or pleather or some shit, maybe that's easier to where you can, I'm still bringing the shit. I don't even care. And you're definitely going to want to light on some pleather. And I think that's the risk you got to take. You got to at least expect that when you're buying furniture. I mean, if it's not the bug, the BBs, if it ain't the bed bugs, you at least got to know that there has to be some kind of happy spots on there because it was at a home, man. So when you're buying any used furniture, I mean, you can't just put there can't be no graveyard for used furniture. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's all the rejected furniture, you know, goes somewhere. It'll be the new, fucking, what do you call it? Frameworks, Pixar fucking animated movie about couches. It'll be called Couches. It'll be all the couches with all the dirty stains. You know what I'm saying? That nobody wanted. You know what I'm saying? And someday somebody's gonna they're gonna reinvent themselves and get rid of the stains somehow, and learn how to sew, and everybody's gonna want the couches again. But not till then. The movie ain't out yet. So everybody's gonna, couch sales are gonna go down because of this information. Because, I mean, that's got to be a given. You either got to sacrifice that, other than taking bed bugs home. You either got to deal with the semen stains that you don't see because they at least tried to wash them, and you ain't taking bed bugs home, and you ain't taking mouse nests home. So you got to think about that. You got to think about what's going on with that. That's all I'm saying. It's a big risk. It's a big risk. But are you gonna do it, or are you gonna do it? That's my opinion on that. It's interesting because, like I said, it's creepy when you think about it. You're buying furniture, and then there's all that risk. Like people buy like used mattresses. That's another thing. Are you into buying used mattresses? A used mattress has been fucked on. But you need a mattress, and you got to save money. You can't buy like, oh, are you guys what's the word, abstinent or whatever, when you're not, you know what I'm saying? And be like, yes, we are. $175 for the mattress. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was banging all over it. So that's another given. That's why I think there has to be something you have to sacrifice when you're buying used furniture. There's got to be, you got to deal with the happy spots on the mattress. You're gonna have to deal with those happy spots on the furniture sometimes. Just not the bed bugs. So I think you got to expect that too when you're buying a used mattress. You got to be careful. And I got to vent on something today. I had to go to the store. And I don't know, like I said, it's Memorial Weekend. This was some crazy busy time. And man, oh man, people was getting everything for the barbecues, getting, what I'm saying, last minute stuff for the barbecues. It was crazy. It was going bananas. And I got sent for like the last minute thing. My wife was like, oh, damn, we don't have this. I was like, a can opener. I'm like, damn, we just got to the new house. We bought all the other shit and everything we got but a can opener. So I'm like, damn, I got to go get this can opener. Closest store was a big ass store, right? I ain't even going to say your name, store. Damn you. So anyways, it was a big store where everybody goes. It was just crazy busy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the self-checkout was busy. Everything was crazy busy. I walk in the store and I'm like, man, I just have to get one thing. This is crazy. I was risking shoplifting the way these lines looked. And everybody's carts was like crazy pick. Everybody's carts looked like everybody had a WIC card. No disrespect, but it looked like everybody had that card or something like that. And it was like everybody got their shit refilled like to the maximum, whatever the maximum. Like they gave you like the year's worth all in the card, like was in the cart. All right, you know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like. And all I needed was one damn thing. And I'm like, shit, I don't know if I should get this or this. You know what I'm saying? Well, just to look like, just so I could fit in. All I needed was one fucking thing. And so I'm like looking at the self scanner. And I'm like, come on, I can get in line. And, man, everything was just packed. So I see this one line not that long. I'm like, oh, shit, But I see people looking at this line, and they keep just walking by it. I'm like, shit, what the hell's going on, man? Why is there dust bunnies going by this line? Nobody wants no part. So I go over there, and I jump in line. I'm like, I got one thing. There's only like a few people in front of me. 2 people looks like in front of me, and a lady already about to pay. So at least I thought she was about to pay. So we're getting there, and this lady just starts taking her time. And everybody's sitting there, and she starts conversating and doing all these things and bagging her groceries and setting the stuff in and just taking her time. And she had like the most groceries I've ever seen in my life, and she was by herself. You know what I'm saying? She had all these groceries. And she would look back at everybody and then start taking her time even slower. And then when it was time to put her card in, she looked back at everybody again, and then she took her time, and then she went out, and she put the card in again. And it nice and slow. And then she was like, oh, I messed up. She took the card out. And then she put the card in again. And everybody's sitting there trying to like, you could see when everybody was like trying to be nice and not mean at the same time. So they like turn around like, oh. You know, people were doing that big sigh and turn. Yeah, I was like 2 people back, and I was like looking like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And she was stalling out on purpose. You could tell she had nowhere to be. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, and I was like sitting there with my one item. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn it, it's making me get impulse buy. Like, I'm gonna start grabbing shit out this aisle. You know what I'm saying? And then when you think she's done and she's got all her groceries, she came back and she goes, "Oh, I better get one of these," and just grabbed like a big giant, Reese cup 4-pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like handful of them. She got like 9 of 6 of them, whatever her hand. She had a big ass hand too. She was just like, she just dropped them up there and just jumped those one more time. Looked back at everybody one more time. She looked back at all of us like, so. And I was like, man, I felt like she was trying to start something. And I thought that was messed up on y'all. And then while she was walking out, all the alarm went off and shit. And they had to check her long ass receipt, which I was glad. That was like some karma. Start your ass out. And with that said, I hope y'all like this episode. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
Don't stop.